My first month on OnlyFans, I made 87 grand.
Oh my.
I was like, quit.
Are you serious?
It blew my mind.
We're not promoting this, people.
Not at all.
There's trauma that comes with this. Okay.
Way more than you can handle.
So, and this is like how does this just goes into your account?
Yes, OnlyFans takes a percentage.
Okay.
And then other people you work with take a percentage off of it because you can't do it by yourself. After you have like 100,000 subscribers, you're not messaging them anymore.
Wow.
You got people messaging them for you.
So now your brain just thinking, how can I make more? If I made this much,
That's it.
How can I make more?
That every month was like, how can I top last month? That was my brain. Like I fed off of that thought.
And your conscience at the time is not like bothered at all?
I'd say it really started getting bothered when my family found out. And
how did they find out?
So my dad said that someone at his work told him. He didn't believe them. And then he called me and I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I'm doing this. My mom found out because she Googled the name Nala and then was like, it was so crazy. I was at dinner with them and some waiter comes up to me while I'm with my parents and is like, are you Nala Ray? And my mom's like, well, what? And Googles me. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
It was the most embarrassing thing ever. But then like my mom cut off contact with me because I then moved to California. We didn't speak for 3 years. My dad, however, was a very different story. My dad encouraged me to stay on OnlyFans.
Time out.
Ex-pastor.
Hold on.
Yo.
Wait a minute. Rewind the tape. What? Because was he burned by the church? Was he not?
Of course he was.
Okay.
He never brought that up really. But for me, I was paying him. I was giving him money every month. Because he's got such a hard life or he's wants to quit his job or his other kids need a divorce lawyer or custody over their first child or, I'm like, here. Every time he called me, it was like, hey, yo, I don't want to bother you about this, but I'm like.
That's tough.
Sure.
I'm sorry. That's
there you
tough.
Go.
That's
it's
tough.
so tough now. And during it, I was just like, oh, at least one person in my family is speaking to me.
Yeah.
But now, I'm like, when I finally decided to follow Christ, I called my dad. My husband was right next to me. And I was like, hey, Dad, I'm getting off of OnlyFans. Blah, blah, blah. I was so excited. He was like, well, why don't you just stay on another year and a half and make more money and, settle yourself in? Because, it's really expensive right now. And I'm like, did you really just tell me to stay on OnlyFans? Did you really just say that to your daughter? Did you really just tell me to continue making porn?
We're going to pray that your transformation encourages Dad. And he's like, wow. We're going to, hey, listen, if he did it for you, he could do it for anybody.
That's true.
So we're going to pray for that. But
I'm praying every day, man. It's so hard.
So you said you were embarrassed when they found out.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any other people that found out and you were like, oh my God? Or was it just mom and dad?
Just mom and dad, basically. My siblings, I didn't really care too much about. I just wasn't thinking about it, Obviously affected them in some way.
Yeah.
But for me, I just didn't care. Those are my siblings, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I want. You guys are doing what you want to do. You guys are already popping out babies with other people. I'm like, who are you to judge me,
Why does mom say, I don't want to have any contact with you anymore?
So she just basically, the last thing she said to me before I moved to California was I hope you're happy in all the choices you make, and it was such a sarcastic, kind of way. And I was like, okay.
Sounds like she was shielding herself from hurt.
Absolutely. Cause she's like, I know I didn't raise you like this. I'm like, but how did you raise me then?
Yeah. It's easier to be like, I'm not going to deal with this.
Oh, yeah.
Than to deal with the constant pain and reminder of seeing your child go down a dark path.
Facts. So. And I can only imagine. I don't have kids, so I can only imagine that pain.
Yeah.
I really can't grasp it in my head.
Yeah.
So I understand, but that disconnect from her and my family is what threw me into porn. Because I was like, I got nothing else to lose.
So F it. I'm out here.
It. I was like, let's go full send. Because I'm like, I can make more money anyway like this. And nobody seems to care about me anyway. I didn't have friends, didn't have my family. And if I did have my family, he's encouraging me to do it. So I'm like, cool.
How long were you on OnlyFans?
5 years.
And how much money do you think you made in total?
14 million.
This is The Deep End with Lecrae.